Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. March is the time when we often look at Irish crime fiction. And of course, there's all sorts of Irish crime fiction, from deepest noir to lightest cozy. Let's take a look at a crime novel today that takes place in Ireland and turn the spotlight on Jinny Alexander's A Wake of Buzzards. Jess O'Malley lives in the small Irish community of Ballyfortnum, where she works part-time at the local garden shop. One day, she's walking her dog and her partner's dog when the dogs discover a dead buzzard. Jess isn't sure what to do about it, so she calls her partner, Police Detective Marcus Wu. The police can't do anything about a dead bird, but the National Parks and Wildlife Service can. Soon enough, the National Parks Service finds out that the bird didn't die naturally. It was killed. That in itself is strange enough, but then local landowner Thomas Doherty is found dead, killed in the same way as the buzzard was. And Jess is a possible suspect. Not everyone was happy that she involved the National Parks and Wildlife Service in local affairs. Didn't want those people nosing around. And she wasn't happy about finding the dead bird, so she's not happy about whoever killed it. But she's far from the only suspect. The victim used farming techniques that are hard on the land, including converting local bogland to be used for grazing. And that created a big problem. There's a debate going on in the village about how the area's bogland should be used. Should they be preserved as they have been, with local residents having the right to cut peat for home heating? Or should the boglands be put to other uses, like wind power? It's not a simple question, and plenty of people have strong opinions on both sides. And that could be related to Doherty's death. In the end, Jess and Marcus Wu get to the truth about the murder and how it relates to everything going on. So what are the elements in this story? What keeps it together? Well, the story takes place in a contemporary Irish village, and Alexander places the reader there. In terms of customs and local culture, as well as physical setting, readers really get a sense of the place. It's a distinctly Irish novel. One of the things about a small town is that there's a network among families, and some families have been in the area for generations. Everyone knows these stories about so-and-so's grandfather, or who so-and-so's cousin married, and that plays a role in the novel. Jess O'Malley is the protagonist, and the story is told from her point of view, third person, past tense. She's smart and quick thinking, although she's sometimes a little impulsive. She knows the police are handling the investigation. She has no desire to play hero. But she sometimes gets impatient with them, especially if she has useful information. She has a good relationship with Marcus Wu. Readers who are tired of dysfunctional protagonists who can't maintain close relationships will be pleased to know that Jess isn't one of them. Jess likes reading too, especially crime novels. The story isn't gritty or explicit, and there is some wit in it. We see that, for instance, in the relationship between Jess and Marcus, who banter with each other from time to time. That said, though, the mystery itself, who killed Thomas Doherty and why, is sad. It's got a very sad explanation. And just because the mystery is solved doesn't mean everybody's happy all over again. Still, readers who like answers to the main questions in the story will be pleased to know that the proverbial loose ends are tied up in this novel. A Wake of Buzzards is a story of a small town as it faces a big debate. Land use is a major discussion in the novel, and the impact that it has on people. The novel features a distinctly Irish village, a puzzling whodunit, and a protagonist who can't seem to help getting drawn into a web of murder. This has been In the Spotlight. I am Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.